Hey guys, welcome to another video. Thanks for watching Riding with Kev. What is going on, guys? It has only been a couple of days since this last update, but I wanted to get you another one. I'm sitting here parked. I just delivered the second load of the day, and the sun is still out. So it's every blind squirrel finds a nut or something like that. So I guess I'm doing pretty good. I cannot complain. I ended up having some good luck last week, and so I applied what I've been learning at TMC. I kind of recommitted myself about some things, stopped complaining so much as I was doing. As you saw from the last video, I wanted to be positive about it. So there's a reason for that. It's because things are actually starting to turn around for me. Now, it might be temporary. It might go to hell in a handbasket with this coronavirus. But for now, things are going really good. So in that last video, I had those shingles in Tulsa. And it was Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, it was Tuesday. I was offloading them Wednesday morning. And I offloaded them Wednesday morning, and I knew I was right down the street from that daggone Mingo place where I didn't want to do fencing. But I knew that's what I was going to get, and I was dead wrong. I ended up bouncing 200 miles to Russellville, Arkansas, where I got those railroad ties from, and actually getting lumber. But the lumber was going to San Antonio. So I bounced 200 miles, and then I had a 600-mile trip to San Antonio. And it was set to deliver on Friday morning. They opened at 7. And I've been working my clock really good. And I was pushing it. And I was like, I'm going to keep driving Wednesday. I'm going to keep going Wednesday. And I pushed my clock to the limit. Parked at a rest area. Had to invent parking because it was pretty full by the time I got there. But looking at my clock, I was easily going to be able to deliver in San Antonio on Thursday instead of Friday. So I was like, hey, fleet manager, can I do that? Can I deliver early? He said, first come, first serve customer. You can get there. So I rolled in Thursday about 2:30, and on Thursday, and I was the only truck there. So it was raining. It's raining now. They said get your tarps off, get her unstrapped, and we'll get you unloaded. And so I did in the rain, and I got that, and they immediately, and it happened to me twice. It happened to me with the shingles, and it happened to me with the lumber, where I rolled in, and they had 2 forklifts, and I was unloaded in both places in about 5 minutes. Literally 5 minutes. They just put offset on the side, like, you're good to get out of here, because, you got to get out of the way. And so, like, that's pretty sweet. So, it's Thursday. It's now, I don't know, by the time I got the tarps, it's right around 4 o'clock. It's like, well, they'll give me my load Friday going home, and be a good 4-load week, but 2 of those loads paid really good, and 2 were okay. So, I went over to the TA. It was like 1.6 miles, ran over the TA, parked, stretched, and I got a load. Picking up in 30 minutes, 3 miles away in San Antonio to deliver Friday. We're going to get 5 loads. 5 loads. I went on 5 loads one time in almost 4 months. It's been rough, as you know. So I'll run over to this place. It's not tarped, it's stone. It's going to be super simple. And the guy said, yeah, the office is going home. All the paperwork's right here. So I was like, all right, sweet. Let's go. Let's see my paperwork. He goes, where are you going? It's just transfer going to another one of their stores. He goes, I don't see any paperwork. So, well, they told me here's my load, and my load order was like transit. I mean, it was like they knew, it was just intercompany. And he goes, let me call the dispatcher. So I call the dispatcher. He says, we have no idea what you're talking about. We don't have any proof of this load. So a very tight spot. He goes, nothing I can do for you until tomorrow. I was like, all right, well, it's only 3 miles. I'll run back over to the truck stop. So I ran over to the TA. Went to go get a shower. I get a shower, nice and clean. It had been raining. I was finally dry. I had everything going, and I get out, and I had 2 missed phone calls, a voicemail, and about 4 messages. They said, hey, I know we told you to park up, but the customer's ready. They figured it out. They're waiting. They need you to load it tonight. Well, because I'd worked my clock, I still had 3 hours on my clock at this time of night, and I was like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to park again. And so I was like, well, I've looked at it. I'll go over there. And he's like, we don't wait till the customer to wait till the morning. We need you to go do it. So I did it. I had the hours, and I went and loaded it, and I had a little strapping area. So you went in the back and loaded, and they brought you to the front, and you strapped. And I said, hey, dude, I'm out of here at 5 o'clock in the morning. Is there any way I can park here? It doesn't say yes or no. He goes, well, normally we don't let people park there in the day. He goes, but it's nighttime, so nobody's coming in, and you're going to be gone before we get out of here. So he said, why don't you go ahead and park there? So I strapped down. I jumped up 5 o'clock in the morning, and I booked it from San Antonio to Palestine. And I rolled in, and same thing. I'm the only truck there at probably, I don't know, it was about 11 o'clock. And so then again, roll me to the back. I unstrapped, no tarps. Boom, unloaded 10 minutes. Because yeah, you can pull out the back. There's a road back there. Just sit on the curb and you go on your next load. There's nowhere where to park. So it's all right, sweet. So it's 11 o'clock. And I waited and I waited. And I don't know, about 1 o'clock, I guess, I got a load, my go-home load. And it was in Jewett, Texas, which was right down the road, steel plant. Again, rebar, no tarp. And it actually wasn't even rebar. It was flat steel for like leaf spring. It's probably like 2 inches wide. 5 big old bundles of that. But my appointment was for 2:30. And the fleet manager said, head in. And we've seen this movie before. Because there was a TMC truck that was actually parked in front of me. That had another TMC driver. But I said, I'm going in. And it's going to be about 45 minutes over there anyway. So about 1:50, I rolled up the guard check and I crossed my fingers. And I was like, I'm here to pick up. She's like, when's your appointment? 2:30. She goes, okay, you can go to the back. Booyah! I'd actually been here with my trainer, so I knew this place. So boom, I roll back there, and there's like 9 trucks in front of me on Friday. I was like, oh, well, that was short-lived. So I walked around, and I checked in, and she gave me my number and all that. And I was like, well, so I just wait behind these guys and see how that... Oh, no, they're waiting for dispatches. You got an appointment. You can go ahead and go in. Whipped right around them, went on the scale, went back, got loaded, came back. And I guess the other team's driver had waited for his appointment because at 2:30, I was strapping and he was coming in. Appointments. You have a plan, it could work out for you. I need to get an appointment for a haircut. Anybody know anybody? It's haircut time. But anywho, so, you know what? I got that load and it was going from Jewett, Texas to Durant, Oklahoma. Right across the border. So I was pushing it and it went and I got to Anna. I posted a picture of some burn up trucks. I'll post that picture here. And that's why it's important to know your surroundings when you park at a truck stop. I don't know what happened. She said they burned that morning. Nobody was hurt. Nobody was even in them. So there were 4 trucks total. But I looked at my clock and I still had about 45 minutes. And it's 56 miles to Durant. But there was a Love's in Calara, something like that. And I was like, well, let's push it. I'll pay for reserve parking. My wife's behind me in the truck and in the car. I was like, hey, you book it up there. I can go 62, 60 if you've been watching. But book it up there and reserve me a spot. It says there was some, I use Trucker Path, which is getting to be annoying, but I use Trucker Path. So there's some parking. So I said, all right, there's some parking. We'll go there. And say, get up there and reserve a spot if you have to. And she said, no, don't worry about it. Yeah, there's a spot. And I got there. And let me tell you, backing, man, it was tight. And I did it without any pull-ups, nothing. I did a 45 between 2 trucks. I meant to take a picture, but it was Friday and I wanted to go home. And I was like, man, I followed my steps. And I backed in. Boy, I'm just high as a kite, man. I got 5 loads. I backed in perfect. I think I did almost $4,800 in revenue to the truck, not counting tarps, which is about $100. Plus, I had that bounce paid, which is about $50. So then I had to bounce 200 miles. So last week was one for the record books for me. I know I'm new and I'm a rookie and I'm dumb and so everybody's done so much more. But I ain't everybody else. I'm me. So I was happy. So I was already parked up. So I left the house this morning, got in the truck, drove the 10 miles to the place because there was not parking. And it was this, like I said, suspension place in Durant, Oklahoma. And I got unloaded and I was like, well, let's see what this week brings. And within 10 minutes, I had another load loading in Durant, Oklahoma. Rebar, posted a picture of that on Instagram that was coiled. Here's a walk around on that load. Kind of a different load here. Doing our load check that I've already done, but to show you real quick. Rebar and coils. 7 of them, 6,800 pounds a piece. So they're not joined. So sometimes when they're joined, you can get, see if I can do this. There you go. So when they're joined and touching, you can put 2 straps on the front and 1 on each bundle. But because they weigh 6,800 pounds, and these are their boards, and there's one here at the back, you can see they got kind of close to the edge. So I double strapped each one. So I got them in an X instead of just straight over. So getting tight, not going anywhere. We'll be in Houston today. So I'm sure I probably overdid it or whatever, but I want to make sure that sucker was secure because, again, it was my butt on the line. But I live in Durant going to Houston, and it said that they stopped receiving at 4. and it said my ETA was 4:45 in Houston. But I look at my BOL, as I've learned to start reading, and it says they take deliveries till 11 o'clock. So I'm, here we go. I'm rolling. And I rolled in, and they were like, yep, got flown to the forklift. So it's now 6:20. I've delivered 2 loads. I've sent them my empty. I don't have near the hour. What many hours I got left? I don't have near the hours. I got about 2.5 hours. So if they give me something like in San Antonio or Beaumont, or towards somewhere where I can get to a rest area, because the truck stops around Houston, man, they fill up quick. But if I got somewhere in about an hour and a half I can get to, I'm going to book it out here and try and get up there so I'm rocking in the morning. If not, I'm parked. This customer here, I don't know if they really have parking. I'm just kind of parked in the back. He said, yeah, it's our excess trailer. Don't worry about it. So, and if not, if I don't get my load till 9 o'clock, which sometimes I get, then I'll just roll out then. But it has been a week. It's been a week and a day. What did I say in that video where I cussed a lot? I'm determining that it's going to be better. I'm determining to make life better. I told you it's going to be better because I said so. So, man, this COVID-19 stuff, it's just, I don't know. I ain't going to get into it. I'm just going to say that it's making life difficult. You got to fill out forms when you go places. I just saw where travel is restricted from personal vehicles. You from Louisiana to Texas, you got to quarantine for 14 days. I also got an email on Friday that my fleet manager turned in his 2 weeks. So I'll be getting a new fleet manager, and I run into some guys, and they had like 5 of them in a year. They had 5 of them in a year and a half. I've heard other people getting them. So, we may have had some things, but at least I know him and how he operates. So now I'm going to be learning somebody new. So I don't know when I'll get it. They said he could have it before the 17th, could happen on the 17th. So I'm getting a new fleet manager. Life is rolling. Detroit Diesel got his headset mailed out. He emailed me this weekend, and so I sent that out to him this afternoon. So he should have that on Wednesday. So, man of my word, guys. So, kind of a boring update for y'all, but yeah, I like to keep people updated and put some pictures and put some videos in there. So, let's get rolling, and God bless.